Hello everybody, my name is Dennis and welcome to my first album review on the channel. Today we're going over the ninth studio record from indie rock group Death Cab for Cutie. This is a really significant record because it's their first one they've released without one of their founding members, Chris Walla, and his influence is definitely missed. A lot of the production is subpar at best and irritating at worst. But this album, it mainly focuses on the love of where you come from and how it feels to both be missing out on how great it used to be while still trying to adapt to the new parts of it. And the lead singer, Ben Gibbard, he's from Seattle, and you can definitely tell through a lot of the lyrics how much he really does care about the city. And that's translated really well on some songs such as When We Drive, Autumn Love, and Northern Lights. But it's not all good, especially the first few tracks on the album being some of the weakest in my opinion. The intro track, I Dreamt We Spoke Again, being one of the singles they released before the album itself got released, is one of the worst tracks, easily. The production is horrible. It's just horrible. And the vocal effects they put on there make his voice sound really distorted in a really bad way. It's unappealing in every sense of the word, and even if the lyrics are mildly intriguing, it's nothing to even come close to saving this train wreck of a song. But honestly, that doesn't even come close to the travesty that was Gold Rush, the third track on this album. And Gold Rush suffers from a highly repetitive chorus that quickly grows irritating. A simplistic guitar riff that doesn't do anything interesting at all, and it just adds up to a really bland, generic song that doesn't fit on the album. And even though I get what they were going for, comparing the gold rush of California that led to the large population growth to the sudden, almost overnight population growth that hadn't been in Seattle within the past few years, the metaphor just doesn't sound effective. It's not presented in a way that strikes any sort of emotion, and it's not done in a way that makes the song feel any more real. It's just like the metaphor is there, but it doesn't do anything. And it really makes this really bad song even worse somehow. The second track on the album, Summer Years, is one of the more lukewarm tracks. Both it and the ninth track, Near Far, both are just so forgettable. They don't do anything interesting, and they don't necessarily do anything bad. They're just bland. The instrumentals are very generic. The vocal delivery is very monotone, ho-hum. And even if the lyrics are, again, mildly interesting, they don't do anything really profound enough to make the song even worth listening to. But there were a few really good cuts on this album. Like, for the example of When We Drive, it has really sweet, endearing lyrics. And again, it's one of those tracks that you can really tell his love for Seattle. It has pretty good instrumentals with a light, airy, dreamy kind of guitar. And it's overall really well done. Then you also have your tracks like Autumn Love and Northern Lights. And these are both really great tracks as well, especially Autumn Love with this beautiful, beautifully done chorus. And even though the chorus may not be much lyrically, the sounds of it are just so well done, so well produced. It really makes the song extremely enjoyable. And again, going back to Northern Lights, has a really great production value with pretty good lyrics and really, really well done vocals. And it's one of those few songs that I can keep on finding myself going back to. But after you go through there, it takes a more lukewarm approach again, going back to that song Near and Far, which again is very forgettable in pretty much every way. But then there's the closing track on the album, which, in my opinion, was by far the best song on here. It's called 60 and Punk. And this song is all about heroes. The people we idolize, the people we look up to. And coming to that realization that they're not perfect, that the grandiose person we may see on stage or on our screens or wherever we see them isn't the same person that they live out as every day. How they still do a lot of things that are less than stellar and even really disappointing to us. And after seeing someone that you've looked up to for years just go downhill so quickly, how devastating that can be. And the lyrics on this track are just beautifully done. It really does convey the emotion in such a strong way. And the chorus is definitely, by far, the best on the album. Even though Autumn Love had a really great chorus, like I said, the beautiful, soft piano mixed with the truly heartbreaking vocal delivery makes for a really great song. One that you couldn't really ask anything else from, and it's definitely the one that I think of the most when I think of this album, because it's truly just that amazing of a song. But, as I said before, overall, production was generally forgettable. Lyrics were good throughout. It's a pretty good album lyrically, but some of these tracks, especially Gold Rush, just don't do anything lyrically, and they try. They really do try. You can tell that it's trying, but it takes more than trying to be successful. So overall, this album was alright. I'm feeling a 6 out of 10. Tell me what you thought about it down in the comments. Tell me how wrong all my opinions are, as always, and I will see you in the next review.